I Don't Want to Write You a Love Song by C.J. Jenkins. I buried the part of us that almost existed. I had to stop hoping and wishing that you would come to your senses and realize that I'm worth it. I now see I didn't need you to choose me. I needed to lose you to love me. Falling in love with me was easy for you because, after all, I was convenient, present, always there. I was a full time girlfriend. You were a part time lover. I let the long conversations, the playful banter, and you showing up as my one in a million overshadow the reality that this wasn't an everlasting love. And this right here is exactly why I didn't want to write you a love song. I'm not for everybody. I've reminded myself time after time. People love the reality of me. They get me, promise for life, but my forever isn't unconditional. See, they love how I love them, how I show up, cater to their needs. I'm their therapist, their cook, their prostitute, their lover, and their secretary, working every day of the week. I do this because that's the love that I desire. I'm naturally nurturing, submissive, and a bit of a people pleaser. My compassion is my kryptonite. For once, I thought I had a man who truly adored me, but I said it before, you're just not conditioned to relationships that aren't filled with toxicity. I guess I lack the excitement. I'm not chasing you, cursing you out, begging you to stay, checking your phone, using kids against you, dragging your name through the streets, or constantly picking arguments. I considered being toxic, but that just isn't who I am. I crave and thrive off of peace and harmony. I use assertive communication. I thought that's what you admired most about me. And this right here is exactly why I didn't want to write you a love song. I could go on and on and on and on about what was wrong and highlight what was right, but none of these is going to make you change your mind. This isn't Judge Judy. I'm not here to plead my case. This is how I process. You know me. I always have a lot to say. I will mourn the things we never got to do. I was really looking forward to taking that trip with you, getting those matching tattoos, and I'm definitely going to miss that little thing you do. You know, the one you say you only did with me. The sad part is, even if you called right now and said, babe, you're still the one I run to, I would push aside the lack of response and the fact that you couldn't buy me a rose or call me from work because you know me. I like to make excuses and hand out diagnoses. He was busy, he was stressed, he had a lot on his plate, he just had a loss. He's just never been loved like this. No disrespect, but I've survived so much worse. And yet, my heart still continually holds space because I never knew a love like this before. Do you know how many times I picked up the phone and listened to you after I had just finished crying because I myself was drowning in depression? So who can I run to? I listened to you go on and on and on and on while inside I was filled with anxiety, putting my own mental health struggles on pause. I didn't do it because I was lonely or desperate or had low self-esteem. I did it because, like you said, I love you unconditionally. Not the made up version of you in my head, but the reality of you, the version you showed me for almost 3 years. I wasn't looking at your potential. I was looking at who you are right now. I accepted you because what I saw was a cut above all the rest. And you had me at my very best. Why couldn't you just hold on to me? No one will ever get this version of me again. I'm not bitter or mad or angry. I just can't continue to give my heart to someone who simply discards it. The big question is, where did we go wrong? We always reciprocated energy. The gifts, though not plentiful, were just enough to hold me in place. The midday text, I miss you, babe. The playful banter, talking on the phone for hours, showing up for my kid, driving or flights across states just to spend a few days, sometimes just a few hours, sharing our love for sweet treats and candy, telling each other our deepest, darkest secrets, even discussing the others that we had creeped with. This was no ordinary love. You were giving me everything I need and more. Those things made it all worth it. You will always be my greatest love of all. I will always love you until my dying days. My only desire was to see you every morning when I open my eyes. After all, you're still my best friend. And friends, they may let you down, but they don't stay around. But they stay around. I poured my heart out to you and you left me on red. I want to block your number, delete the text, erase the photos, throw away the jewelry and the gifts, erase you from my memory, alt, control, delete. This is exactly why I didn't want to write you a love song. CJ Unfiltered.